And welcome into the Clear as Mud podcast. I'm your host, Riveter, and co-host with me today is Banana. How you doing, Banana?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. So anyway, a couple of things to get out of the way. You had another.
It's Pride Month and you're coming out?
That's not till
Oh.
June, and let's not spoil the
Oh,
prize
okay.
for the viewers. Um,
Darn.
anyway, no, you had another digging deeper this past week, and
Yep.
it was very interesting. That's the only thing I can say about it. It's an interesting podcast.
With Chris Woodward, a guy
Yeah,
who
yeah,
did work for Sam Hyde
yep,
alongside AC.
yep.
AC introduced me to him, and it was a really interesting interview. We went down the rabbit hole, so it was. I thought it was good.
So
I had a great time.
you went down a rabbit hole into a wormhole, back out the black hole the other side.
Exactly, and we didn't even talk about Sonic, which I think no, we talked about Sonic. Never mind. Yeah, because he was really into Sonic, and that's how he got
Yeah,
into his situation. But
yeah.
yeah, it's a crazy tale, and I'm very grateful for Chris for coming on. Shout
Oh
out to
yeah.
Chris.
Most of, and the thing of it is I looked for like socials on the die as far as like Twitter or YouTube or anything. I couldn't find anything to tag it in the chat that evening. So
hmm Last
anyway,
Lantern podcast is his channel.
oh, is it okay? Well, we'll have to
Mhm.
go back and do some add that into the description
I'll
on
go
that.
back and do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, yeah. Okay, so we've got quite a bit, and I have a lot to say today. So
Do ya?
if you yes, so if you don't mind,
No, take it away.
let's get right into it. Okay, so Wednesday morning, um, headed into work. The beautiful Mrs. Riv is driving, and so I've got my little Recon earbuds that I bought using the Leon Lush um, sponsor code for
Hey,
15% off or whatever it was. They're great little earbuds, by the way.
yeah,
They
I had a
come,
pair for working out for
yeah,
for fuck ever. I've had them for like 4 years, and
yeah,
they broke, but I
yeah,
got the Samsung Galaxy Buds.
sure,
They're somewhere over here. Yeah,
yeah.
but they're great.
But anyway, so I was listening on my little Raycon, and so I was scrolling through as I do every morning. I'm going through the Twitter feed and I'm going through the to see if there's anything new out there on YouTube or whatever. And the first thing that pops up there on my subscription feed on YouTube was a video from my, I guess for I have to claim this. I mean, Dave has so decreed it. Dead on Dave. Nerdy John is, I guess, my adoptive son. Um,
Yeah.
honestly and truthfully, um, that origin story, I don't know exactly how, but somehow Nerdy John, one of Nerdy John's videos came up on my timeline. And at the time, he was like 350 or so in subs, and, but there was something about him that was entertaining. And so I subbed to him and started following the kid. No, he's not a kid. I say kid. He's a young
Young
man.
man.
He's a young man. He has a little bit too much of a interest in mayonnaise, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah, I know
But
about that.
anyway, so this video came up on on my feed. I'm sorry, let me do it this way. This one is a better one. And it was called Acheeto is a Crybaby. And by the way, before I get too far into this, Nerdy is sitting at 930 subs, guys.
Wow.
He's
Congrats,
yeah,
nerdy.
big time grats. Yes, I can't wait till he can. I love that he's climbing, and I'm love that he's getting exposure and growing, and I hope he takes me all the way with him to the top.
There you
Um,
go.
and I don't say that without any and being humble. No, he owes me. I've been with this kid. He owes me. He has to drag my old dead carcass up to the top with him. So
hmm
anyway, he did this video on a Cheeto, And so I watched the video, and I was like, okay. First of all, the production quality on it was very good. Nerdy John did a great job. Uh, his to see his style and his production quality growing as it has over the last several months um, is really good, and I think that's one of the contributors to the fact of why his channel is growing. His thumbnails are good. He's rubbing elbows with some of the biggest commentators out there nowadays, and they're giving him props and talk about how good he is. So you know, the young man's doing something right. But anyway, uh, so I watched this video on this guy named Acheeto. Now, I didn't know who Acheeto was. If you say Acheeto to me, I'm thinking about one of them little red chips that you get in a fucking bag that turns your skin orange like Donald Trump. That's when you say Cheeto, that's what I'm thinking of, right?
Oh yeah, Chester the cheetah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly,
cheese puff.
right? Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah.
anyway, I watched Nerdy John's video. And as always, my philosophy is always is just because someone does a video or something on someone, right? It doesn't necessarily mean that it's correct or it's accurate or whatever. So I do what I do, which is trust but verify. And I'll say this. Nerdy got it spot on. The video is banging, okay? So I would highly recommend you go take a look at the video, okay? Uh, Matter of fact, let me just say right here. Let's see. Can I do this? How can I do this here? I want to say here. Let me do this. Stop, because I don't want to copy this out. I'm gonna come right over here, and I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna boom. There's Nerdy John's video, and I'm gonna pin it right there. It's also pinned. Now, if you get a chance, 100% watch the video. Just not now. Wait till the end of the podcast. Save that out, and then you can watch it later on. So anyway, I start checking out this guy named Acheeto. Now, Cheeto has 257,000 subscribers. Okay,
Wow.
so a 250,000 sub channel. That is not a small channel, by no means. That's. I mean, you 257.
It's like a Tricky Tom profile pic. It looks like that kind of animation style.
Yes.
So he's like a commentator, rising commentator.
Okay, let me tell you what he is. He is a commentator, but the guy has a serious hard on for Leafy.
Like in a negative way, or you like really likes him?
Well, you're fixing to see, right?
Okay.
When we look at this video that he did on Weast and how he labeled him the worst. What was it? He called him the worst. What is it? He called him
Worse than Hitler, worst man to ever live.
the worst. Weast is a terrible person. He's a terrible person. He's a terrible person.
Terrible.
I started watching that video, right? Because I watched, and we're going to watch it here today, guys, and we're going to commentate on it, and we're going to sprinkle our little magic as we do here. I'm relying on
you're a bad guy.
I'm relying on Banana here with his sniping and his comedy and stuff that he likes to do.
Oh God. Good luck.
Good luck.
Relying on me. Yeah.
But anyway, I had flashbacks circa 2015, 2016 of Leafy. This guy tries so hard to be Leafy.
So he's a Leafy clone.
He's a Leafy clone, but he doesn't have that raw edge that Leafy had. Because that raw edge that Leafy had in 2015, 2016 doesn't get monetized today, right?
Ooh, no, it does not.
Okay, so this guy is all about the cheddar, right? He wants the money. So he puts a little edge on it, but it's like the edge of a butter knife. And if it gets smoking hot, it might cut through some butter, right? It's pretty dull. It really is. Now, that being said, before we get into this video, Okay.
Uh,
And this is the why Weast is a terrible person. It's got 35,415 views as I'm looking at it here on my screen. So it's got quite a few views. Here's what I'm going to say. Well, I'm going to hold that off. Let's just get into the video and
let's show the viewers.
Let's break this shit down. Okay, here we go.
Please watch this video for its entire length, as this video is incredibly important to me. Today we're talking about a content creator known as Weast, and why he is a bad person. But first, some of you guys might not even know who this is, so let me tell you who Weast is. Jacob West, born May 29th, 1998, better known online as Weast, is an American YouTuber who does anthologies on memes. He started YouTube in 2016 and does videos with YouTubers such as Call Me Carson, Too Mad, and King Annie. Now,
so here's the deal. So
is he playing on Surf Skyworld?
Exactly.
That's like CS:GO. I used to do surfing back on like CS Source.
Yes.
And like everyone who spends their time like is either like in school and it's summertime and they're just playing on Counter-Strike, or they're a huge stoner.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the surf guys.
So this Acheeto, he is 17 years old. He's a young man. Okay.
Yeah.
I will not call him a kid. He's a young man. And the reason why I say he's a young man is because I don't know if he's actually graduated high school yet or not. I think he has, possibly. So, he's old enough to know what he's doing, right? And what he's saying. And if you go, and when we get into this video a little bit.
Sorry, I missed that age. How old is he?
He's 17.
17? Okay, so he's barely an adult. Oh, it depends on the date, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's not a kid. To me, a kid.
No, he's not a kid. He's a young man.
He's a young adult. To me, a kid is like maybe 12, 13. I'll give the benefit out all the way up.
He's a senior in high school.
I would go in way up to like maybe 16 as being, but even 16 to me is borderline young adult, So
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, again, like I said, this CS:GO surfing shit, right? This is right out of Leafy's playbook. Matter of fact, I think some of the maps that he does this commentary over is some of the maps I think Leafy actually used to do.
Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, like with surf, there's only like 3 or 4, 5. Like Kitsune is one of the biggest ones.
Okay.
Sky World.
Yeah,
like Skybox.
I never did it. I played CS:GO. I played CS 1.6. I competed nationally on a nationally ranked team on CS, but I never did this crap. I mean, to me, there was
that's Counter-Strike Source, isn't it? No, it's Go.
No fake.
Go.
You don't get to dislike it if you don't like Whoppers.
Is he like a fan of Whoppers, Burger King Whoppers?
I don't know.
Or the chocolate balls?
Here's the thing. In the South, when you say a Whopper, that usually means you're telling a lie.
A Whopper? I've never heard
Whopper.
that.
Oh, yeah. It's a Whopper. Man.
Every time I hear Whopper, it's like those little chocolate balls. But yeah, go ahead.
This guy for a while, I believe he was in some previous drama a couple years ago, and that's how I heard his name. But over the past 2 weeks, this guy has done some pretty shitty things, and I have not seen anybody talking about this, and I want this guy to face some repercussions for his actions.
He wants him to face some repercussions for his actions. Who does that sound like to you? Banana?
It sounds like woke assholes who are signal what is it, virtue signaling online?
Is that a little bit of maybe SJWism there being sprinkled just a smidge?
That's a dated term for now, but yeah, SJW for sure.
Okay.
Now, I've made a couple of videos talking about why cancel culture is bad, and I completely stand by
qualifying statement that is immediately contrary, but okay.
Yeah, he stands by. He says why he's against cancel culture, guys. What's your
against cancel culture, but go after
But however, I want to use her tactics on this one because it is advantageous for me to do so.
Because he's an atheist and I don't like him. Yeah, let's go.
Everything I said, but this guy is such a piece of shit that I do want him to be canceled. Easter Sunday.
He wants to be canceled.
There you go.
He comes right out. We are 52 seconds into this video, and he already says, I want him canceled.
Right.
I mean...
It was around 3 weeks ago, and on Easter Sunday, this guy went live on Twitch with a stream titled, Easter Isn't a Holiday, Jesus is Dead, Why Is There a Rabbit?
and trolling Christians. I mean, like on Easter Sunday, I posted a stream saying killing demons for Jesus and what's it called? Doom Eternal. So, I mean, I don't know.
Okay,
It's
so
fine.
let's break this down. Now, I was raised Southern Baptist, which is Christian faith, right?
Yeah, samesies. Yeah.
Okay. And here's the thing, all right? Easter is not a holiday for everybody, right? So if this guy is, say he's Muslim or he's Jewish, or let's say he's atheist, then Easter is not a holiday to him. So why is that offensive? That in itself to me is not, I don't understand why you're getting such a red ass over this. I mean,
Because he's a Christian, and Christians don't like it when you talk bad about their holidays.
okay. But just in what we've been showed so far, I don't, okay.
Well, I'm making a guess there. Like,
but here's the question. Why is there a rabbit?
oh, because it's a pagan. It's also the equinox. Isn't it also a pagan holiday?
Yes, it is also a pagan holiday, and they incorporated the whole thing about
Easter.
eggs. The whole thing about the eggs was
It's
symbol.
a fertility ritual.
That's
yeah.
correct. It's for fertility. That's correct. But how
And isn't
many?
it?
But here's the thing: how many churches out there have Easter egg hunts on Easter for the children? A lot, right? A lot of churches do. I mean, over the years, I have belonged to several different churches.
All right, here's the actual Easter first started out as a celebration of the spring equinox, a time when all of nature is awakened from the slumber of winter and the cycle of renewal begins. Anglo-Saxon pagans celebrated this time of rebirth by invoking Uster or Ostara, the goddess of spring, dawn, and fertility.
There you go.
You got TED Talk over.
So to me, it's kind of it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's
just a silly thing to put on your stream. Who cares?
Exactly. Yeah.
You have to be a
BFD.
different type of awful person to go live on Easter Sunday saying stuff like this.
Why do you have to be a different type of awful person? What is, I don't.
I mean, you like literally when Kobe Bryant died, the day he died, Tony Hinchcliffe went on Twitter and made a joke about it.
Yeah.
He said, "I heard about Kobe passing, and I couldn't believe it because he never passed to anybody. Famously, he was very he was a ball hog."
Yeah. I mean,
anyways.
Anyway.
I am all for edgy humor. This is not edgy humor.
Yes, it is. It is 100% edgy humor, dude. It's not funny to you, and that's okay because I mean,
literally Hitler.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, not all humor is for everybody, right? There are some comedians out there that, for example, Amy Schumer, right? Can't stand her. I think she's a royal bitch. Okay, her humor is not for me. There are a few people. I don't think there's a whole lot, but I think there are a few people that find her humor attractive.
It's not her humor. She steals jokes, but yeah.
Well, okay. Yes, but you know what I mean.
I know.
But this guy. Here's the thing I don't understand about people, and maybe this is because he's a young man and he's probably just out of diapers, and so what? Hang on. Oh, there he is.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, Acheeto. It's okay. It's okay. Shh. It's okay, Cheeto. Okay, it's okay. So, he.
It's like the guy that makes fun of everybody, and the second you make fun of him, he's like, "Why are you being so mean to me?"
Yeah, it is fake. You're correct. You're 100% correct. It's a harmless title. It's edgy.
It's so harmless. It's not even edgy. Really, it's not even edgy. Like it's so like milk toast.
Oh,
mild.
Yeah, it's. But anyway, let's listen to the Crybaby go on some more about how this was. I mean,
and Nerdy John says, "Damn, you got Acheeto to talk about his side of the story." Good.
I tried, man. I reached out to him, and that was his comment. So, You know why? But let's listen to the rest of why Weast is Hitler incarnate.
Okay,
This
let's
is
do it.
just bigotry. The fact that this guy never got banned on Twitch after having a stream title like this and saying some incredibly outrageous things during this stream blows my mind. Twitch is a platform where you can get banned for saying the word retard.
Well, that's not true.
I mean, if it blows your mind, you're pretty stupid. Sorry, Ray.
No. But that's not true either. You will not get
it's
banned
not.
for saying the word retard on.
I say retard all the time on Twitch. I say retard like every single day on Twitch.
No,
and my account still exists.
Yeah. So no, that's not it. So no, he's not.
Well,
he's not
partially
correct.
because I am a retard, so I can say it.
You got the card, right? You carry the R card.
No, I've got the neuroatypical card. Yeah,
Do you?
I am retarded.
There you go.
But this guy can just go out here saying, "Rip Bozo, Jesus is dead," and not get any sort of ban or anything like that. Okay. Twitch, you are a shitty company that platforms people like this. Now,
Dude,
Okay,
cry.
so-
cry.
Here's the thing, and he goes on to talk about this in the video.
So, does he need a therapist? Somebody give him a fucking pat on the back. Tell him it's gonna be okay.
I tell you what I think he needs. He needs some of that Boudreaux butt paste to put on that red ass he's got, because
You get some A&D, some of that chub rub.
Yeah, he's crying so hard.
Oh, pro tip to all you contractors out there: A&D ointment. Slap that on your thighs before your work day, and you won't have such a hard time walking at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Good looking out.
Now, one thing that he is kind of pointing out here that I do not disagree with him on. There is definitely some hypocrisy that occurs on Twitch.
Oh, yeah. Seriously? I mean,
yeah.
like, look at Pokimane. Whenever anyone fucking bats an eye at her, she's like, "You insulted me? I'll take down your channel. I'll contact the Twitch heads of state."
Exactly.
No, but like, and she's immune to the whole public figure criticism parody because she's a woman on Twitch and she's one of their golden childs.
Yeah.
So it's like, yes, the standards are not fair.
No.
This is what you signed up for, idiot. It's like, calm down. Like, I don't know, instead of being mad at the way that reality is, why don't you just learn how to adapt in a modern environment that doesn't, favor you? I mean, I get it. I hate it too, but it's like, what is your bitching going to do? It just makes you look silly.
What people don't, I guess, listen, it's Twitch's sandbox.
Yeah.
And in Twitch's sandbox, they can say, you can have this toy to play with, but you can't have this. You can talk this way, but you can't talk that way. And it's the same thing with YouTube. It's the same thing with Twitter, just for a little bit longer. If Elon Musk
Here's hoping.
If Elon Musk is to be believed in what he said, we'll see. I mean, there is an argument to be had about like the way Twitch, specifically with people whose livelihoods are on Twitch, they're partnered creators.
Mm-hmm. If there is some kind of, and there is unfair treatment, but the amount of unfair treatment in like career ending type shit, that is definitely, there's an argument there for like, the platform should be like more consistent and respectful of their employees, But
I don't disagree with you, but I'm just saying
equalize the playing field a bit.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Dig the babyface BG. Happy Madre de Amigos. Thanks, Brick. Appreciate you, buddy. Happy Mother's Day to all those MILFs out there. We appreciate
I know
you.
that not all my audience is Christian or believes in Jesus, and you don't have to believe in anybody in order to understand why this is just not right. That's like on Ramadan saying, "Oh, Allah isn't real, Muslims are stupid, your religion is fake." Like, you're just a hateful person for doing that. Anyways, one of my friends, Vince, who has been on a couple of my videos, actually ended up seeing this live stream happen live, and the original stream title was actually a lot worse. I think it was like, "Jesus is fake, Rip Bozo" or something. And my friend Vince, obviously seeing that title, and him and I are both Christians, on Easter Sunday, obviously seeing that title really made him upset, so in chat he said something like, "You're actually an asshole for that title. This is why you get 0 viewers and you're an unfunny loser, KYS."
Well, there's nothing that says Christian like KYS.
A little bit of the gospel right there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Go forth and kill thyself.
Listen, obviously I don't
13th
support
commandment.
the last part of that message, you know, the KYS, kind of uncalled for, but I absolutely do see why he would be this upset. Like, I'm not justifying what he said, but I can see where that's coming from. And after sending this message in Twitch chat, this is what Weast responded with.
You're actually an asshole for that title. This is why you get 0 viewers and you're an unfunny loser. Kill yourself. Bro, there's literally Twitch staff in chat. You're so dumb. You're so dumb and silly. You're just mad that Jesus died. Rip Bozo, dude. Rip Bozo. If he was really God, he would have came back twice.
Now, this is the biggest self...
That's kind of funny.
I mean, if you can't tell that he's sitting there, see, you know, the title, of course, was inflammatory, right? It was inflammatory, and it was okay. You can even say poor taste, whatever. Okay, fine. But when you go into, you know, when you respond to things like that in a chat, you're giving them what they're asking for, right? It's kind of a troll too. I mean, there's, you know, and so you responded, you took the bait, and then he says, "Rip Bozo," right? And
Yeah.
So he did it he's doing it to incense, and so, and I'm sure
Outrage.
Yes,
He's trying outrage.
Yeah.
You know, comedy. Like you're saying things that are inflammatory because the reaction you get is funny. It's funny to see people like get upset and then yell about it on Twitter or whatever, or in the comments.
Yeah.
report of 2022, he admits that there's Twitch staff in chat, meaning that Twitch staff is not reporting content that is blatantly bigoted. Now, obviously, if Weast's stream title was
bigoted,
I don't know. He's doing this stupid shit that this is what I warned about, by the way, in like past episodes, is that now that we have these assholes who are, they're playing this game, there are going to be stupid people on who, instead of playing the better game, which is to, you know, act normally and not play the same game the woke are playing, they'll do this. They'll copy them and start canceling people because they think that that's the only way to win. So, Ray.
Okay, so maybe I need some help here, but bigoted, isn't that like if you're against a person because of the
New News Network by Brick? I recognize that name. Sorry. But what were you saying? I apologize. I got ADHD brain.
So bigot. He says he's bigoted.
He's being intellectually dishonest. He doesn't believe what he's saying. He doesn't believe he's a bigot. He's doing it to be a cancel culture but now he's a right-wing cancel culture dipshit. So
is that so? That's what we're at now. Instead of left-wing cancel culture, now we have right-wing cancel culture.
Yep, that's exactly what we have now. This guy's playing their game, and he thinks he's stupid enough to play their game, and thinks he's gonna win. But you take a big fat fucking L. Unless he is being honest and he really does think you should be canceled because you think, you know, you say one bad thing about, you know, the good Lord Savior, our God, Jesus.
Okay, so
but I don't know.
I had to look up what the definition of bigot, because I wanted to make sure that I was, you know,
an intolerant person. I don't know.
Well, no, because I guess maybe the way where I was raised and how I was raised, a bigot was like if you were, like for example, against someone who's a member of the LGBTQ community, or
it has to be a minority group to be a bigot.
Yeah, or you have to, or
give you a hegemony.
You know, another, like bigoted towards people who are of say that are black, or who are.
You can be bigoted against majority groups.
It just says here, so I had to look up what it meant.
You're just a minority bigot.
So it says a person who is abstainingly or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or faction, especially one who is prejudiced against or antagonistic toward a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular group. Okay. So I guess you can be bigoted towards Christians. I guess that is a proper terminology.
Yeah.
I just was wanting to make sure I was not
minority majority bigot.
Yeah.
You're still a majority of being a white male, but you're in a minority comparatively of being atheist as opposed to religious.
Yeah.
Minority majority bigot.
Yeah,
There you go.
there you go.
That's the annoying.
Pride Month isn't real.
subtext.
No,
go
gay
ahead.
people rip Bozo or something, yes, he would get banned. But this is okay for some reason. Double standard, yeah, okay. And
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. He does go into how it's a double standard, and he is correct. Twitch does engage in duplicity. If you go in and you try to, like for example, I was listening to someone who was showing explanations of it. Like, if you were to go on a Twitch and you wanted to title the name of your stream, "Women Are Bad," it'll come up and it will give you a warning saying this is not, this doesn't look like it's compliant with, Twitch's
Oh yeah, they're like,
policies.
"Hey, we're watching you.
Yeah,
Did you just say something bigoted or bad?"
yeah, but you can put in there.
Heavy breathing, typing.
You could change it from "women are bad" to "men are bad," and it takes
no
it just
warning.
fine. There's no warning. Yeah, so there is
Funny.
duplicity on the part of Twitch, and here's what I'll say.
Ah,
If he wanted to go after Twitch and use this as an example of what Weast was doing as a example of the duplicity of Twitch, I have no problems, zero problems. The problem is within the first under the first minute, he said he wanted Weast canceled, that he was a horrible person, and so he's went on this tirade of, what did you call it, the right cancel culture.
yeah, he's a right-wing cancel culture guy.
Right-wing cancel culture guy.
Well, now
Yeah.
he is. If he wasn't before, now he fucking is because he's playing that game.
Yeah,
So.
because he said that, in the beginning of the video, he's talking about how, well, I'm against cancel culture, but now he's full
you're
blown
fucking not.
embraced. Yeah,
You're perfectly willing to engage in it just to fucking a guy around that is, some disagree with on what he thinks is funny. But it's not even, now he's the joke police. He's saying, "No, you weren't even telling a joke. You were just being a bigoted, hateful person."
yeah.
So, I mean, he's just a little bitch. But yeah.
And it's not just him being edgy. He's just doing this to make people mad and to annoy people.
That's the point of being edgy, is to annoy
Oh,
people.
so he
make
can
them
read
mad.
minds. No, we've gone further. We've gone into the realm of reading people's minds. So now, what's his name? Acheeto. Now he can read Weiss's mind and know that he's not joking. He knows his heart. Yeah, he's cancel culture. He's woke.
Yeah,
He's
but
one of these
okay,
people that
but
can
hang
read
on.
minds and hearts and tell you you're a bad person.
All right, so if you're being edgy, if you're being edgelord, and you're using edgy titles or whatever, isn't the whole purpose is to outrage people,
Or to be funny.
Yeah,
Maybe it's not to outrage people. Maybe it's to say things that nobody believes, or that people, that's, you could say a silly thing because it's so outrageous to say that it's funny. Like the fact that you don't believe that and you said it is fun. There's a lot of different things it could be. It doesn't have to be just you being an asshole.
Well, I guess.
There is
We're
no
gonna get
comedic
into
value in
dissecting
this.
comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There is no entertainment value in this.
Well, okay.
Again, objective, subject name.
Yeah.
But he's making it objective.
Yeah. I didn't find it funny, so therefore there's no funny quality about it.
So there's no value.
Yeah.
Off.
He is simply being a bad person for the sake of it. Why? I don't know. Now, if it wasn't
Why are you being a disingenuous person? I don't know. For the sake of being disingenuous, I guess, right?
Oh yeah. Now that's the cool thing about this. What he's doing now, he's opened himself up to us reading his mind.
Oh yes.
Acheeto, I can mind. Hold on, I'm using my telepathy. Oh, you're a liar.
wasn't bad enough after saying what he just said and the fact that Twitch hasn't done anything, he tells his chat to grab Vince's IP address.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good.
Not grab
Which,
the IP.
again, already bad enough, but Vince is a minor, he's 16, I don't know why you would think this is a good idea, Weast, you're out of your mind.
Dude,
So
literally,
we-
millions in the audience agree. Chat, post his IP address.
Oh, my God.
Oh, haha.
No, that's not funny at all.
No, but okay. I wonder how many people actually in the chat.
Doesn't fucking matter.
I understand.
Doesn't fucking.
But let me finish. What actually?
Okay.
He should have said that. No.
No.
He should not. He should not. He's
He
100%.
knew what he was doing.
Yes, and the thing about it is, and I kind of forgot about this.
Post his IP. What the fuck? What an overreaction.
I forgot about this, but Tommy brought this up.
Oh, he did?
Tommy, yeah, because Tommy covered this story too the other day.
Yeah.
And I forgot about this aspect of it. Weast had a run-in with Mama Max, and Mama Max was doxing.
Maximilian Musk.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Maximilian Musk, rather. Yeah, and was going after him and doxing him and his family and everything, right? And people came out and to his defense and to help him with the situation, and then he's going to turn right around and make this type of a statement, in jest or not.
Post his IP.
Haha, that's really funny, dude. A 24-year-old grown man getting his chat riled up against a 16-year-old, all because that 16-year-old believes in Jesus? Yeah, dude, got him. Now, after telling his chat to grab Vince's IP address, he goes, "No, I'm actually joking, guys, don't do it." Which, I don't know, it doesn't seem like he was joking at all. I feel like he knew that he had to say that because, like he said, there's Twitch staff.
Now, here's the thing.
Yeah, now it doesn't matter. Now it doesn't matter. And maybe I'm repeating a point that Tommy already made, but like, because he already said that he wasn't joking earlier on obvious jokes.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't matter if he wasn't joking or not. Your credibility is fucking zero.
It's toast, right?
So
yeah. And the thing
so now it doesn't matter.
No. And the thing of it is if Acheeto would have handled this correctly. Now, this here is something that he could legitimately go after, say, this guy here was telling his, I don't know how many people he had was watching the stream at the time, but was telling his viewers to grab this guy's IP address. Now, that's a problem. And that's something that, that Twitch should take action on. But, because he's muddied the water up so much with his duplicity, it's kind of hard. I mean, where do you start separating? You know what I'm saying? How do you untangle the spaghetti nest that this thing is, right? So,
yeah.
In his chat, but yeah, I mean, just what a shitty person, honestly. This guy is just a bad dude. And I just think the fact that Twitch hasn't...
It's just, what annoys me so much is if you listen to him, you can just hear how angry he is and he's being emotional. Yes. And it's like, first of all, aren't you a commentator? Yes. Isn't your job supposed to be kind of an objective, as somebody who considers themselves a commentator, to be kind of an objective, non-emotionally invested person where you can dissect things clearly and look at them with a logical, rationalistic view? It's like, so you're going to go here and throw emotion around and be all upset because somebody made religion.
I think you can be emotional. I think you can be passionate. But I think what you have to do is you have
not
to
him, not with the game he's playing, with him supposed to be some, because that's what commentators are. They're like this moral voice or whatever.
Yes, and what I was going to say is you have to channel that passion, you have to channel that anger, whatever it is, into the right direction, and you have to use. Well,
that's a good point. To Nerdy John just made.
Yeah,
Nerdy John just said he got tea in commentary in this video. It seems apparently so. I just don't like, because this is I don't know if he's one of these guys, but I just don't like the whole sacrosanct moral authority, holier than thou, upturned nose type personality on with some daters where they're like this seat up objectivity where they can rain down correct opinions onto everyone else, which is fine. If that's your bag, that's your bag. It's just something I personally think is kind of because it's such an impossible standard to uphold. At some point you're going to fail. And it's gonna your entire everything you've built, the stacked card house of integrity and in shot calling that you built is gonna be done. Yeah, it's just it's such a steep, slippery peak to climb, and I think it's not worth it, to be honest.
Thing makes it all the more worse because if any other religion was swapped out with Christianity, right, like Jewish people, if we attacked Jewish people, he would be an anti-Semitic, hateful person who would be deplatformed instantly. Rightfully so, I agree.
But he didn't attack.
I don't disagree with his point there, though, right? I don't.
No, yeah, his point's solid. It's just he's lying about.
Well, again, if he would have taken this stance, left all that other shit that he set out before this out, and even made the stance of him calling for his IP to be grabbed and exposed, fine. And if he had made this point as a direction towards Twitch and their duplicity, fine. The problem is he keeps going back and forth. It's like I said, it's a spaghetti nest, right? He's going after Weiss because he's a bad person. He's going after Twitch because of the duplicity. Okay, but what I'm saying is maybe pick one or the other, but you've so mingled and muddied this all up that all it comes across is that you came across as a butthurt, because your buddy kind of got dunked on in a stream, kind of got made fun of or whatever. So you got upset because your friend got upset. You're upset because he made an edgy title of a stream that you didn't like and you found offensive, and so you're railing on it, and it just comes across as, I don't know, soft and weak. So
Yeah. Well, he's good.
Rightfully so, but it's just not happening when he's doing what he's currently doing, and that's not okay. Now, I actually got this guy in a private Discord call with me and Vince and explained to him what he did, because he may not have known that Vince was 16, and I explained that to him, and instead of being like, oh, I'm sorry, dude, that was actually inappropriate, he ends up just dying of laughter and leaving the call.
It's interesting that he's upset because the guy didn't say sorry. And
Why do you need the... Like, why are you so special that you
Okay,
deserve an
so
apology?
what I want to say is hold on to that thought, guys, and why I'm pointing that out in just a second.
And then removing me as a friend on Discord. And for those wondering why I had him added in the first place, I added him like 2 years ago from a Call Me Carson server. Anyways, if we go to his Twitter, we can see that his veins are full of @GFuel energy. Now, I'm just curious if GFuel would be interested to hear what he's saying on stream. You know, threatening to dox a 16-year-old, making bigoted comments toward religious folks. I mean, I know that GFuel's a shitty company, like GFuel's drinks themselves are just disgusting and awful, but I didn't know that they would partner with people like Weast, who are just bad
Hang on,
people.
gets worse.
I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Hang on.
Bad energy drink company partners with a bad streamer with bad morals makes a lot of sense to me. That's why your boy Acheeto is partnered with Gamersups. Good people there with good people here. Now,
Okay.
Way to go, asshole.
Yeah. That's
Completely.
Oh, shit. Stop that. I pushed the wrong damn button.
Okay.
So here, there we go. So that's all I really want to watch of that video. That's pretty much at the heart of it. So he goes after, so he calls for the guy to be canceled, and then he goes after his sponsors. Okay. All right. So anyway.
Yep.
So then this happens. Let's see here. How do I want to do this?
Oh no. Oh no. What happens?
Okay.
What could he possibly do worse?
Well, it does get worse, folks.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So later on that Wednesday morning, Dave puts out a tweet. And Wednesdays, Dave has Willie Mack from the Willie Mack Show, YouTube channel, whatever. Comes on. He has a stream he does on Wednesdays on YouTube. And Nerdy John produces that show for him.
Speaking of Nerdy John, he's in waiting to call. Do you want to take him, or do you want to finish your thing?
Let me finish my thought for just a minute.
Okay.
And then we'll bring him in.
Cool.
So, and we can bring Nerdy John because he does become kind of intertwined into this.
Yeah, just tell me when to pull him.
But anyway, so Dave puts out this tweet and he says, it's Wednesday. What should we talk about and all this, right? And so, and Dave even says, Nerdy John will be around as well. I think he has another D-bag for us as well, 7 p.m. YouTube. Okay. So I commented underneath there and I said, this story about Acheeto, and I tag Acheeto, calling for G Fuel to drop Weast over a stream title. I said, Nerdy John did a great job covering it, so maybe you can briefly talk about it. And I link Nerdy John's video. Okay?
Right.
So then Acheeto responds. And he says, never asked for G Fuel to drop him.
Come on, dude.
And then I clip the little segment of his YouTube video and I link it. I said, then why are you specifically addressing the fact that G Fuel is partnered with him? Oh, that's right. To draw attention to your supporters, it's called signal boosting, and you wanted your fans to blast the sponsors. Welcome to be a part of cancel culture.
That's literally like Pokimane when she was... how Pokimane does. She's like, wouldn't want to put my label on that one. You know,
Bingo.
the famous... yeah.
Okay. So here's what.
Thanks
Here's,
for joining
so
us, guys.
here's what I want to. Okay, so we've already established, right, that Acheeto has 257,000 subs, right?
Yeah.
He has. You ready for this? He has 3,643 or Twitter followers, right? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Your boy here has 139 followers, right? And I have a whopping 75 subs on YouTube. Okay. I am knocking it out of the park, right? So here's the question. Why in the blue hell is somebody that has that much presence, right, responding to somebody like me? And I'm not self-deprecating here. I was accused of self-deprecating the other day because I actually called into Dave's
because you got
stream.
under his skin.
Yes, I 100% called him out on his bullshit. Okay, and he,
for doing that.
So anyway, and so let me bring this back up here. So anyway, so Nerdy John, he says, but Riveter, when I said I wanted to cancel him, I didn't mean
let's
him.
Okay,
let's go ahead. Bring Nerdy John in. That's fine. We can bring
Nerdy John. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Hey. I think, guys, you're missing something out here. I mean, come on, the people who are criticizing Acheeto are old and fat. I mean, come on, it makes every point invalid.
Oh God, old and fat.
Yeah, he.
Well, not you. You're not old. You're just fat, right, Nerdy John?
Yeah.
I mean, I have the mindset of an 80-year-old.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. And I'm just old and a little fat.
Yeah, and so Acheeto says, we called him out and whatever, and he says, yeah, he tells Nerdy John, he says, or Acheeto says, hang on, let me back up here a little bit. Acheeto says, yeah, I meant I hope he loses subs. I didn't want his channels banned or anything. But hang on.
Bro, come on.
You said canceled. You flat out, with under a minute of your video, you said you wanted him canceled. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and I went on. I said, you got offended by his opinions and beliefs, and you wanted to punish him.
Seizure.
You said exactly what you felt. Now people are pointing out your hypocrisy, and you're getting butthurt. I haven't made a video in a long time, and maybe it's time I dust off the camera. And I meant that. I have not made a video in a long time. But here's the bad news for Acheeto, because it just got real bad for him. You want to tell you how it got bad, Banana?
How'd it get bad? Let's hear it.
Well, we had a little misfortune at my work.
Oh, shit.
The building that I work in Wednesday night, after all this happened, they had a fire in it. Now, nobody was hurt, just property damage, okay? But basically, I cannot go back to work for 90 days. I have to work from home.
Holy shit. So you got some free time.
I got lots of free time to do a lot of researching and watch a lot of videos and do a lot of digging. And I'm just going to say, there may be more to this iceberg than what we just has been showed up.
Oh, don't tip him off. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm not tipping him off. And it's too late. I'll just say this. It's too late.
Spurging and deleting everything.
Well, he's already spurred. The dude's already spurred
the files.
out of hell.
He's got files on top of files, Acheeto.
I do have files upon files upon files.
You did a deep dive, sir.
Anyway.
Your day of reckoning is at hand.
And he says, go for it, bro.
You shouldn't have called him fat. You shouldn't have fucking called him.
Call me fat. I don't give a shit.
You're gonna get it.
He says, he told me to go for it. I've said my piece, and large majority of people agree with me. Yeah. And Nerdy comes at him here. He goes, no, they don't. Other than your echo chamber, everyone thinks you're a dumbass. Very well spoken there, Nerdy. You nailed it.
Yeah, okay. Very quaint. Eloquent.
And Acheeto says, yeah, you're just wrong. I've been getting DMs from bigger creators that I've never spoken with saying they appreciated the sentiment of the video. Yeah, whatever.
Bullshit.
Exactly. He's full of shit. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Let me find it here. So I'm not for
We're
sure
gonna take you to
how.
Bible study, Acheeto.
Before you continue though, I asked him who these big creators were.
Oh yeah,
And he said,
quiet.
"You know what? I don't need to mention them. I don't even
Mhm.
need to mention them. But they're big enough creators to give me credibility. But I won't mention them."
Yeah. Well, okay, fine.
Experience.
Yeah. So
He's still a
anyway.
young bullshitter, so he's not good at it.
Okay. So hang on here. So anyway, I don't know. Okay, let me get it. Maybe it's this. Okay.
Wappa.
All right. So Willie Mac put out a tweet, and he says, "Acheeto, this shit is soft. It's just absolute. It absolutely is just edgy humor. It sounds like you're trying to get him banned. Don't go after people's sponsors. This is commentary 101, right?" And so Willie Mac calls him out on the shit, right? I was like, yeah, okay, Willie's on the. He's But then I come back and I found this. Willie deleted his damn tweet. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, what the actual hell is going on, right? So I go and look, and Willie Mac puts out this tweet. He says, Acheeto and I talked. He fully understands that going after sponsors and deplatforming is not on the table. He did not mean it to come off the way that in his video and says it was just poorly worded. We cool. Glad he's blowing up. Okay. So I responded and I said, then he should probably take that video down or delete those sections from the video. Acheeto says, nah, my main audience understood my point. Just had to clear up for Twitter because us Twitter people, we're just dumb motherfuckers. We just don't get it, right?
They always do. They always double and triple and quadruple down. Like they never. That's the funniest part about these guys online. They never just say my bad.
The funny part is like he's essentially saying like, guys, look, everyone who agrees with me is right, but people who don't agree with me are wrong. Okay, and that's just facts.
And so,
that's just facts, Jack.
So then Willie responds that says, you should think about pinning a comment to clarify a honest opinion, but as long as you don't make this same mistake twice, we're all good. Acheeto says, good idea. Okay, so Willie Mac, who's hosted Drama Alert, 3 or 4 times, says, you need to do something here. And Acheeto's like, oh, let me suck that Willie cock. Yeah, I better do this.
Jesus Christ, no.
Yeah, he sucked Willie's cock so hard. I'm surprised Willie actually has skin on his dick still. He sucked him so hard.
No, don't. Jesus Christ.
What? You disagree with me, nerdy? You disagree with me?
Remember, he's not 18 yet. Jesus.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And so even Dave said he doubled down 2 hours ago, but hopefully you talked some sense into him because the small commentary channels he was just spurging on, talking about people like myself and Nerdy, and so whatever. I don't, So anyway, let's take now a look at this double down video, right? This is a 2-minute video. It won't take too long to go through. Here we go.
Yo, short video right now. Just wanted to quickly clear some things up from the recent drama that's been happening. So, I made that Weast video. Jaden made a response video to me, and then people have been calling me out on Twitter basically saying that I'm hypocritical.
That would be me. I'm the people on Twitter, Nerdy John. We're the people right here, us, that called your shit out. Mm-hmm. That you spurred
also,
out
I want
over.
to point something out.
Yeah, go ahead, nerd.
My video on him came out before Jalen's. I just want to point that out.
Okay. All right.
First. He's always first.
Yeah. Nerdy John is... That's what I'm saying, guys. If you're not subbed to Nerdy John, you need to be subbed to the dude. Okay? He's breaking stories.
They're subbed to us, but...
Well, yes. Of course. That goes without saying.
But 100% subbed to Nerdy John, yeah.
Like I said, we showed at the beginning of the stream. He's like 30, I think, away right now from 1,000. Yeah. And Nerdy John has promised that he's going to take me with him all the way to the top. I'm riding his coattails. I don't give a shit. Banana, it's nice knowing you, dude. But I got a new horse I'm hooking up.
Yeah, I've dropped off. It's totally cool. We actually, before we play this video, we have another caller at Zero Core. Did you want to pull him in real quick?
Sure, we can do that. Go ahead. Bring Zero in.
God damn it. Hey, Zero Core, you're on the air. What's up, buddy?
Hello. Making sure you can hear me real quick.
Got you, loud and clear.
You're fine.
Okay, I just got one question for you guys real quick about this because this has been bugging me. Why is it the people that are the first ones to go after someone's sponsors are the people who swear that that's not okay?
It's called hypocrisy.
Yeah, I know. Why?
Because
it's like, no, we won't go after people's sponsors. Oh, wait, I'm going to go after someone's sponsors.
Well, it's like this, right? So, because they don't believe it in principle, they say it because they know that's what's accepted. But when it gets down to what we say here in the South, to the nut cutting, or it gets down to where the rubber hits the road, because this was something that was important to him, as he said at the very beginning of his original video, watch us all the way to the end. He pointed specifically, wait till the end, because he was going to tell you what he wanted, which was when he brought up the whole G Fuel thing, right? Because the bottom line was the guy made an edgy title, said some edgy things, definitely should not have ever said grab his IP. That's way out of bounds.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yes,
like,
but
not only is, like,
now, see, I didn't know about the telling them to grab his IP thing. That's really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the thing of it is
like stalker level bad.
It's horrible, especially when with what this guy dealt with his own issue with a doxer and a hacker. The thing of it is this is a person's when you know what a person's true character is, or what metal they're really made of, if you will, is when they get under pressure and you see what they do. Okay, we've seen what this guy did. Okay, he called for the cancellation. He called for his sponsors. He didn't flat out say go to G Fuel and. But when you sit there and you signal boost inside the video and say, hey, this guy's branded and they're a shitty company with a shitty product. And by the way, I'm branded with this other company and they're a lot better. They're good people and I'm good people. I'm sorry. There's no other way to take it than to say, go after this guy's branding deal. That's what they were doing.
He literally did everything but like straight up say it out loud, you know?
Yeah, he loaded the gun. He made sure the settings are right on it. All he did was give you the gun, so that way he's not the one who fired it.
No. What he did was he tied a string to the fucking trigger. It ran all the way to the other room, and then closed the door. And he's like, "Nobody's in the room." Pop.
Okay, guys, let's not forget when Ethan made his content nuke on Keemstar, right? Don't forget this. He never once ever said that they should cancel him. What he said was, it's part of his brand. It's sitting on his desk on every video that he makes. All these horrible videos. Why would you be?
Yeah.
It's the same deal. This guy did this equation to what Ethan did with Keemstar. It's the same difference.
Or the Pokemon analogy I gave earlier. It's like,
yes,
with my logo on that.
With a Gundam. Yes, on the, what was it, Ridge Wallet or whatever it was? Yeah.
Oh, fuck
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
By the way, this is a little off topic, but did you know that when we're in voice chat with you right now, we get a second video of Banana that's the full screen instead of the chopped version?
That's correct. Huh? Yes, because his webcam.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because that's how I get his webcam on the stream. So.
Okay.
So you're not supposed to
see behind the scenes magic.
I see two in the stream, and then one hovering over Discord. And it's a bigger version.
Zero. You're not supposed to look at the man behind the curtain.
Yeah,
you don't know what he's doing back there.
How dare you,
Listen, Zero, appreciate your call, but we appreciate you as a supporter, man. Have a good day, Haas.
Yeah, you too.
All right. So anyway, let's get back into this video here and this quote response. And hashtag epic. That's the name of this video was response
so this
hashtag
is double down.
Epic. Oh, he doubled down 100% on this. 100% he doubled down.
and oversensitive and stuff like that. I just wanted to clear a couple things up really quickly. So first things first is in my video I made about Weast, I wanted to be clear now that when I said that in that video that I wanted to cancel Weast, what I meant by cancel was that I simply wanted people who are fans of Weast to realize that the person that they are a fan of is perhaps maybe not as good a person as they thought. I wasn't trying to get him deplatformed or, you know, have him lose his sponsors or anything like that. I was very simply just trying to shine light on something that a lot of people may not have realized. And two things that I specifically wanted to clear up was the first thing being that I didn't say, why is he not banned on Twitch? You know, I didn't say...
Yes, you did. 1,000% you said that in the video.
100%. I want this guy canceled.
No,
you can make the argument. No, but you could make the argument. You could say at the entire video was satire. Him saying I want this guy canceled, unironically, that was just deep satire. But you actually can't make that argument because of what? Oh, you reading the other guy's mind and saying he wasn't joking. So you fucked yourself.
But it's not even that.
Good job, idiot.
Not even that, Banana.
No, I'm saying if you wanted to get out of the criticism of like, oh, I wasn't being serious. You guys took a joke seriously. It's like, well, now you can't do that because you already said you took a joke seriously with the other guy.
But he said, and I quote, he said, I do not know how Twitch has not banned him.
Yeah, well.
He flat out said that in the video. I don't understand why Twitch has not banned him.
Exhibit A. Your first video.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah.
Dude, you're doubling down in your apology video. Did you?
And
it's just like a kid. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
No, and then when you point out his wording in his video, he's like, "Well, I just worded it wrong, guys. Like I meant what I said, but at the same time, I just worded it wrong. But at the same time, guys, my audience gets me. Even when I word stuff wrong, they get me. It's just Twitter that doesn't get me."
It's another Dark Viper, dude. I swear to God. Oh God, you guys just don't understand my specific way of talking. Like you didn't. I didn't say any of this stuff.
Yeah.
You just don't understand. You don't know how to read what I'm saying.
So let's listen to the rest of this.
It's like the weirdest form. It's like the shittiest, laziest gaslighting I've ever seen in my life. No, that didn't just happen.
Yeah, well,
no,
yeah, it happened.
Say that because I want him to get banned on Twitch. I said that because I know Twitch has a very strict policy when it comes to like who they ban and stuff. You know, they banned a lot of people in the past, and it didn't really make sense to me that somebody who was, you know, behaving like the way that Weast was and saying the stuff that he wasn't banned. Okay.
I was just making a broader point about the performative contradiction Twitch was doing by like not banning Weast because he's like a looking edgy liberal instead of an edgy conservative. Like if he was an edgy conservative, he would have been banned. Cancel this guy.
Guys, he was just having nuance about this. I mean, come on now.
Wow, jeez, I don't know.
And my like Sam Hyde-esque type irony levels here. Yeah. Shut up.
You know, the thing of it is when you make an apology video or a response, you know, whatever, and you're trying to say
it's not an apology video.
When you screw up, instead of double down and exposing yourself even further by expanding on why you wanted the person canceled, you might want to say, guys, I got this wrong. I used the wrong words. I don't want him canceled. I just was trying to highlight some things that I felt he was doing wrong. I was trying to highlight the duplicity of Twitch and the fact that how they allow certain things to be said against certain demographics, but other demographics they're not okay with. I should have never mentioned his sponsors. That was wrong of me. I apologize. That's what he should have done. That's not what he did.
But he should have said, I got carried away and was too emotional. And and that's the only way, you would have been able to save himself. Or he could have been like, hey, it's not a big deal. My bad, I fucked this one up. I'll do better next time. And then he could have just let it go. Yeah. It would have been fine. He's like, I'm sorry for trying to cancel this guy. I'm sorry for the sponsors. I got emotional because this is a very personal thing for me. I should have remembered that, this guy's not an evil person. He's just being a stupid shit on the internet. Yeah. A shithead on the internet. So it's like, but instead, you know, ugh.
Okay, I'm not saying that he should be. I'm not saying he shouldn't be. I'm just saying it was surprising. I didn't understand why he wasn't banned. And when I brought up G Fuel, I wasn't saying, oh, he's sponsored in order to suggest that G Fuel should drop him. I don't want G Fuel to drop him. I'm just saying that it's crazy that you can say some of the stuff,
Oh, like it's a shitty product and they have shitty people. And this one that I'm branded with, though, they're good people and they have great people. Is that what you're? Because it didn't sound.
I just think he's I don't know. I'm starting to take the Willie Mack approach, which is like this guy was 100% in the wrong to do what he did, and he knew what he was doing when he did it, but he's just so immature that he doesn't. He's squabbling for the correct answer here. He just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah. Well.
What do you think?
Some hateful stuff toward a certain group of people like Christians, but you can't say hateful stuff toward another group of people like Jewish people and have sponsors, right?
Right,
like,
pause it. He needs to understand this. If nothing else, if somehow you're magically watching this video, doubt it. But if you are, you got to learn, man. Take it on the chin. You can't like have this emotional reaction. I know you're a commentator and it's kind of quasi what y'all do, which is reactionary content. But if it's something that's going to blow you up emotionally, pro tip, let it go. And don't post anything about it online. Because then not only are you having a Spurg moment that can, show your Achilles heel, but you're also letting people know what bugs you. And that makes you vulnerable for attack.
You know what makes this even worse?
Thought.
You know what makes this even worse? On Dave's stream Wednesday night, we're having a conversation. Willie, myself, Nerdy John, Dave. Willie had a voice chat with him, as we know because of the tweet that he put out, right?
Yeah.
Willie tells us in that stream Wednesday evening that he basically told him, he said, "Listen, you just need to say I'm sorry. You need to make a video saying I'm sorry."
Yeah.
This was, I guess, that video. And the thing of it is he never ever says I screwed up. I'm sorry. He tries to justify. He tries to explain away what he said, and then he goes on to just double down on everything that he originally said. Because he cannot admit that he was wrong. He refuses to accept the fact that he had a bad take. And here's the problem. And I see.
Well, that's another commonality with is they have an inability to take responsibility for their actions.
I see this sadly. It is with a lot of younger people. Until you get a little older, until you've lived a little bit, you finally when your gray matter up there starts actually firming up and gets away from being mush, you come to the realization that you don't know everything, that you don't always have the most or the best takes on things, and that you learn that you're not perfect, that you make mistakes, and it's not belittling. It doesn't make you a lesser of a person to say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I made a mistake here, I screwed up."
The truth shall set you free.
There are countless times in a week, where I will have a conversation with people in my life, and I will have a hot take on something, and they will say something to cause me to reflect on what it is that I've said, and I will go home and I will dig and research and get a little bit better perspective of the situation. And there has been many times where I have to go back in and I have to apologize to them and say, "I'm sorry, you were correct. I was not aware of this, whatever it was. I have a little bit different perspective on it now. And I thank them for making me more knowledgeable," because that's what it all boils down to, right?
Well, see, my problem is I just I make an ass of myself daily. So I just put my foot in my mouth and, and say the worst possible thing to injure myself publicly every single time. It never ceases to amaze me how I'm like a Michael Scott, but not as funny or enjoyable to watch. It's actually quite horrible to watch. It's like a train wreck in slow motion. You can't escape.
Now, I will say that Wednesday evening, Willie took some flack, I guess I will say, from us and Dave about this guy. Thursday, Tommy covered it on SFTP. He covered this story. Willie called in there. He took a lot more flack from Tommy. And the thing of it is this, and every one of them, everyone, you know, we all love Willie and we think he's a great guy, and he's got a really big, kind heart. And he gives everybody a second and sometimes even a third chance. And I that's admirable, and I appreciate that about him. Maybe it's just because I'm some old and I'm cynical as hell. I tend to lean more towards fuck the second chances. I've given people second chances in the past, and it just burns me. I've gotten burned every damn time. And now it's to the point to where I just don't do it anymore. I don't give second chances. And that's why I said there's more to this guy. This is not these two videos, and especially when this quote response video that he made is showing his metal, and his metal is weak. It's tinfoil. It's flimsy as hell. This cat is going to become another, unfortunately, I think, Ethan or any of the other cancel culture mobs that are out there.
I don't know. Maybe it's a little too early to be saying that, but
no, okay. Again, you're willing to give benefit of the doubt. You're willing to give him benefit of the doubt, and that's fine. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm more forgiving. Maybe
I'm not
too. So.
Yeah, well, you haven't lived long enough to be as jaded as I am about people.
Oh, I certainly am jaded. I've had plenty of I've been knocked around. Yeah, I'm worn and torn, buddy. I'm in the used section. All right, let's be honest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I've got I'm like double your age.
You got the miles. I got the use. You've got the miles.
I've got double the age on you too, and I think that kind of comes into play. So,
yeah.
Here's what I will say. I hope that Acheeto takes to heart some of the stuff that, if he's ever sees this video, I hope he takes to heart. And honestly and truthfully, I'm being as honest as I can here. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope that he turns it around, and I hope he does not become another member of this, what did you call it? Cancel right culture, whatever.
Cancel culture mob, either right or left.
I hope that he turns it around.
Or you could just double down and not be a cancel culture guy, but just be unabashed, like Leafy, like just be a little shitlord.
Just not care, right? Just
not give a fuck. Just be like, yeah, I own it. Yes. You know, if that's what you're game.
Yeah.
So.
But my gut tells me no. That's not going to happen.
We'll see.
Time will be the teller of this story. Anyway, I just have my doubts, especially after somebody like Willie, who is very, very respected in the community. And I think he's probably one of the more, he's probably one of the more respected as far as being an even-keeled commentator out there.
Dude's a legend. Does not give two fucks.
And he's taken on, just this past year, he's taken on some of the major stories that have been out there, and has actually flipped the script and got specifically Gabby Hanna and the Eugenia Clooney stuff.
Clooney.
Clooney.
I can never say her last name right. It always comes out.
Famous Clooney. George Clooney's daughter.
George Clooney, yeah. He flipped the script on that. He got the channels to back off. So.
I feel fucking bad for Eugenia, on a side note, because like those motherfuckers just like kept going after her.
They were merciless. And the thing of it is the girl has got some problems.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
They were going after what little meat she had left.
Exactly.
Yeah, no shit.
They were picking her.
But no,
dry.
it's like she's not even like it's not even like they're like she's promoting an unhealthy life, doing her own thing on her own portion of the internet. But fucking who cares?
Yeah.
Like ugh. It just made me. It was I was so grossed out by Repzilla. That's why I fucking hated Repzilla, and I was like in his shit on Twitter, and I was
Yes,
like,
you
oh, I got
were.
your number.
Yes, you were.
What?
You 100% called his ass out on it. 100% did.
Yeah, I was the first one, dude. I was like, fuck you, dude. I know what you're about.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Willie's been a
first guy.
huge inspiration for me.
Yeah, Willie's
Oh
a good
no,
guy.
Primic was the first guy, not me. Sorry.
Anyway. So Nerdy, you got any closing thoughts as we wrap this show up today?
I mean, I essentially agree with pretty much everything you guys have been saying. I'm a bit more cynical with this, so obviously I don't believe him for a second. I think he knew what he needed to say to someone like Willie. Willie's going to give him the pass on this one because that's how Willie operates. But the second this dude makes another mistake, it's going to be relentless for him. And I do actually want to make a clarification in my video. That I would say I really dropped the ball on was when he was addressing the IP stuff, because Weast had the same tone of voice that he did from the first clip. I chalked that up to being a joke, and I want to clarify that, I don't have that stance now.
Well, here's the thing. Even if he did intend it, I'll give you a little bit of a break on this. Even if he did intend it as a joke, it's not something he should have joked about it. Period.
No.
Yeah.
So you, in my opinion, you get a little bit of a pass on that because I understand what you're saying. The whole tone and the inflection in his voice was, it was sing-songy, and it was like he was joking. And so I don't think you necessarily misread that, but irrespective of misreading it or not, he shouldn't have never said it. It's just one of those things you don't joke about, right? Like shouting fire inside of a theater. You just the shit you don't do, right? So anyway, but I think your video was very good, and again, congratulations on this explosive growth that you've gotten, man. Well deserved.
Thank you.
And if you feel anything kind of tugging at you, that's just me on your coattails. Just don't pay no attention to it and just let it go. All right.
Oh wait,
All right.
guys, you know what episode this?
Yeah, we're 69 and everybody. They just took it out.
Baby, 420. Beep 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 beep. Beep.
Oh no. You made the 69th episode on a minor? What the fuck?
Oh, Nerdy John, I
Really?
swear I'm gonna pop you.
Oh God! Okay, someone's getting a nut tap first chance.
What we gonna do with him, dude?
I hope we remove him from the breeding pool for one thing. We don't need no more of him. Exactly. All right. Well, thanks for calling in, nerd. And we'll catch you later, brother. All right. What about you, Banana? You got any closing thoughts on this?
Sorry, I love that fucking sound. No, I don't know. I just stop being dipshits online. Like, why are we listening to children? I don't know. Pick up a new game. You don't have to surf CS:GO surf. You could do B. Get up a bit. Obviously he's more successful than I am, but I don't fucking care. Whatever.
Well, yeah, but you're not cranking out daily response videos to mundane stuff that really doesn't.
Sorry. All right.
Okay, and on that note, my final thoughts on this is, like I said, Acheeto, I hope you pull your head out of your ass. I hope you start flying straight. The cynical of me says you won't, that you proved who you are in those two videos, and I think it's just a matter of time. And understand something, when that time comes, we will be waiting for you. Guys, remember, keep your powder dry, and we will see you in the funny papers.
Bye.